Hello and welcome back. Now we're still on the same mission, but we have advanced a little bit. It wasn't my intention. To advance the story this far, but I completely forgot I wasn't recording. And so, yeah. You haven't really missed much though. We just talked to the scientists, killed the scientists, killed some droids to get their power cells, and came here. Apart from that, we're doing another mission, a heroic mission in which we killed a beast. Well, we killed a lot of beasts to get access to something which we had to use the Sith Code to unlock. Wait a minute. I don't need to do all of this.
So, I guess I have to thank you for returning my soldiers. My soldiers who've been tormented and put in droid bodies. My soldiers whom I didn't even recognize at first. You brought them back to me.
As you requested.
I did exactly what you asked me to do. I returned them alive.
They're missing their minds. They'll take orders, but they can't think like people anymore. Not your fault, I get that. Blast. But looking at those droids makes me sick.
The military has scientists, resources. Someone should be able to aid them.
The Science Bureau wants them for research. Moff Goran wants them for a special strike team. Whatever's left of their lives won't be pretty. Best thing to hope for is that with time they don't remember what's happened. Hope that their brains shut down completely. Blast it all. Anyway, you've earned your pay. You've made my superiors very happy. Those men.
I did my part.
You did the job, yes. I'll see you around. And anyway, I need to contact these droids' families.
Why so serious, eh? I don't really feel like doing the whole Revan quest right now, though.
It is rare for a slave to rise so far so fast. That takes a very clever sword. I am the apprentice and voice of Darth Charnas. I speak in his name, and I would bargain for your services.
You have my complete, undivided attention.
I require individuals capable of gaining prestige in a society weaned on secrecy and madness. Individuals who can earn respect, if not love. I need infiltrators to eliminate an enemy of the Sith. You would serve well.
An enemy of the Sith is one thing. An enemy of your master is another.
Our enemy is the Order of Revan, a cult of fools hidden at every stratum of Imperial society. For years, the Revanite heretics have secretly recruited military officers, powerful Sith, wealthy mercenaries, anyone who can add to their power.
You want me to join them, I take it?
I want you to help my master ruin them. Instead of following the Emperor and his Dark Council, the Revanites follow a long-dead Sith Lord, tainted by Jedi ways. If you can uncover the Revanite leader's identity for us, my master will reveal him to the Dark Council. His destruction would be assured. All you have to do is join the cult. I can get you inside, but you must earn their trust.
I'm sure they'll take to me immediately.
The Revanites have a secret compound in the jungle. Take this token to the cultist at the entrance. He will initiate you. Earn an audience with their leader. When you have seen his face, return here, and you shall have your reward.
We're not gonna do that right now, stills.
Destination. Enjoy your stay.
We aren't going to do that right now. You know, this is actually a pretty nice name, Ashliani. Made out of laziness, sure, but it's actually a pretty nice name. All things considered, it's a beautiful name.
Do you require medical attention?
Red color crystal, eh? That's everything.
Be well.
Ban.
Mm, 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 mm. Behave yourself. Behave yourself.
Not a moment too soon, apprentice. Tell me we were successful. Tell me you have the tech we need to destroy Scotia.
I have the prototype.
Fantastic. Magnificent. Perfect. Then the time to do the deed is now. Scotia is in his chambers as we speak. Be ready. Even with the power you have over him, he will be a frightful sight.
Kahosita patwait watayap.
Set your nerves of cortosis. Turn your fear into hatred. Remember, Scotia stands between us and glory.
I feel as though I've lived my whole life for this moment.
Good. Now listen closely. This is how you will kill Scotia. The relic you found under the Colossus is the key to Scotia's power over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Go to Scotia's chambers and show them the relic. The Trandoshans should stand down, or attack him or something. The confusion should be enough. This is the first step.
I don't get why I wouldn't just kill all of them in my past, you know, like, what's stopping me and my new best friend right here beside me from just carving our way through them all, you know, like...
Then I use the anti-cyborg prototype to disable him, right?
Exactly. With the bodyguards gone, you can get close enough to Scotia to use the prototype you stole from Grathans. But be mindful. Scotia may be more machine than man, but he's no weakling in the Force. Killing him will still be a challenge.
I doubt it.
It wouldn't be fun if it wasn't.
Oh, I wish I could be there to see the contortions on Scotia's malformed face when you destroy him. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm due to make an appearance at a party in the Nexus Room Cantina. Meet me there when you're done.
Why do you keep bothering me? Like, what you're giving me right here not got no use to me right now, so it don't really matter which one I choose. Right.
Shall I instruct you? I sense you will go far.
I highly doubt her plan will work, but hey, if it does, all the better.
I see. Nothing yet. What makes this slave so bold as to enter my chambers? Tell me, slave, are you insane, or do you have a death wish?
I've been asked to kill you, and I hate to disappoint.
Skisk. Kill her.
I don't know. Obey me, or is this your... Like, I don't really need their assistance. You know, like, let's not make any enemies out of them because they don't really have a reason to hate me yet. You understand me? Subjugating them can cause resentment. This, no. Why would we haven't even started fighting? Why would we say enough fighting?
I believe this belongs to you.
Henceforth, Agradas, Tarquivo Dixis Yazin, Nacht, Voja, Oslarukwa, Chartes,
Clever. Zash must have stayed up many a night to think of that one. I suppose you'll be sending my bodyguards away now, or maybe you'll order them to kill me.
I'm sorry, like, I would do that, I would also do that, but no. Like, I need the dark side points, you know, like,
It should at least be entertaining. Tear him to pieces.
he's gonna kill them both.
You shouldn't have done that. The bodyguards, they're nothing. Show. But you subverted my authority, took my slaves from me, and that makes me angry. And killing you will be over too soon. No. I think you're going to have to suffer first. Is this? Ah, did you... Zash! Zash! You've killed me!
Don't blame Zash. This is all me.
Mindless. You don't know what Zash can do. Think of how many years she must have spent plotting my death. She will kill you, just like she's killed me.
If that day comes, I'll be ready for her.
It wouldn't surprise me if she betrayed me, you know, because that seems to be the way the game portrays all of the Sith Masters, as in, none of them actually essentially keep their apprentices around. Like, the minute you get too powerful, they aim to kill you, and so it wouldn't surprise me if that's what she did. But then, last person who tried died, so is what it is.
Enjoy your stay.
Well, when I'd heard she'd taken up with a Mandalorian, I was scandalized. Just scandalized.
A Mandalorian? Does nobody value Sith blood these days?
I know. Don't you think so, Zash?
Die places Amins Waiheis fools. Gawen Dida seek from Tauhans.
I'm sorry. Will you excuse me? I need to have a quick chat with my apprentice.
If you must. Now, as I was saying.
Thank the Emperor you've arrived. It doesn't matter how much one drinks. These parties are just dull, 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 dull. I hope you've come to cheer me up.
I have done as you wished, and killed the Darth.
Brilliant. Simply brilliant. You have performed magnificently, apprentice. None of this would have been possible without you.
Lord Zash.
Darth Thanaton, I'm honored.
Don't let me interrupt you.
Don't go anywhere just yet, apprentice. This call won't take long, and I have some further instructions for you. As I said, my lord, I'm honored, but why call me?
You have nerve, Zash. Nerve. But I thought you were smarter.
With all respect, Darth Thanaton, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play ignorant with me, Zash. Scotia's dead, and you killed him.
Scotia? Dead? That's the first I've heard of it. When did this happen?
Just now, Zash, and you know it. What did you expect to gain? His position? His title? You know it doesn't work that way. Where's your discretion?
Discretion? I've been at this party for ages. I may have had a little much to drink, but I'm fairly certain I haven't murdered anyone. Though I have always fancied Scotia's chambers. So much more shelf space.
Zash, I don't want to have this conversation by hollow. Report to my chambers immediately.
Yes, Darth Thanaton. It'll be my pleasure.
Sounds like you have to go. She doesn't need to explain it. It was pretty obvious from the moment she said she needed to go to the party that she was going there to create an alibi. Because she didn't strike me as the person that would party, you know? Like, she didn't strike me as the partying type.
Looks like you have a meeting to get to.
Give me time to talk to Thanaton, and then meet me in Darth Scotia's chambers. And don't worry, you've played your part, now it's time for me to play mine. We did it, apprentice.
You know, it just occurred to me, she's a Lord and not a Darth. Huh. It never occurred to me before now that her rank isn't quite there yet.
Ready for departure.
There she is. It's Lord Zash's apprentice. Surely she knows.
You wouldn't tell us if she did.
Warbain's Brigan Iswis Buidan.
Still, it doesn't hurt to ask, does it?
Colonel, let it rest.
I will not let it rest. Everyone knows Lord Zash was at the party when Scotia was killed, and yet everyone knows she killed him. I devised a way of being in two places at once. If I let it rest, we'll all be dead.
That's not fear I smell, is it?
No, of course not. But one must be ever vigilant on Drummond Castle so that your enemies don't gain an advantage.
Maybe you shouldn't talk so much then.
But I must know. Please, you must tell me. How did Zash kill Darth Scotia?
She didn't. She pretty.
Lord Zash is innocent.
Clearly she's not going to tell you, Colonel. Let it rest.
Fine then, fine. But I'm warning you, Calaveras. Lord Zash is becoming too powerful too quickly. Since when has anyone in the history of the Sith committed a murder so brazenly, yet made it appear that she was somewhere else the entire time? It's enough to wake the Emperor, I tell you.
Such hypocrites. Isn't it blatantly obvious that if she was in the party and she just recently got an apprentice, clearly, especially if the apprentice has a Dashard at them side, a Dashard which specializes in killing Force users, both Sith and Jedi, clearly, if she never kill him, the apprentice did. You'd think that would have been the most obvious thing, but then again, as she said, they wouldn't expect that, like they find it inconceivable that an apprentice like me could kill. Ooh, she's not Darth. That's lit. That's nice.
Perfect timing, apprentice. I just met with that insufferable Thanaton, and I have good news.
How did your meeting go?
You would have been proud of me. I went into a reprimand, but I emerged a Darth.
Why would I be proud of you? I'm so confused about what kind of relationship we have. There are moments when we're like mother and daughter. There are the moments when we're like sister and sister. No, she's talking to me as though I am the master and she's the like I'm the mother, she's the child. Like you're kind of confusing me here, mate. Like, what is our relationship exactly?
You've certainly earned it.
I did more than you realize. Nevertheless, what's important is that we are finally free to act. Remember the map you found on Korriban that pointed us to the power of Tulak Horde? The first piece of that artifact, that power, is here on Drummond Castle. This piece is in the deepest chamber of the Dark Temple. Scotia always hoarded the key to the chamber like a Hutt hoards his credits. Now I have Scotia's title, his chambers, his research, and his key. He always said I would enter the Dark Temple over his rusting corpse. However, I won't be the one to go into the Dark Temple. You will.
It will be my pleasure.
Before I went to Korriban to choose an apprentice, a furious apparition awakened in the Dark Temple, implacable in its anger, murdering all who trespassed on the innermost chamber. But I had a dream. An apprentice of low origin humbled himself, or herself as it happened, before the apparition, pacifying it. That's why you and your peers were chosen.
Humble myself?
Wait, you want me to bow to this apparition?
You must go into the temple and face the apparition. And when you do, I believe that your humility will be the key. Still, I want you to know, I'm not certain you're the one from my dream. I fear I may be sending you to your death.
I like killing ghosts. Hardly. Toughen up, woman.
Don't worry about me, Master.
You're right. You retrieved the holocron from Korriban when no one else could. If that's not proof of your destiny, I don't know what is. Tulak Horde's power awaits us both. We must not lose sight of this goal. Use this glyph to enter the innermost chamber of the Dark Temple. Humble yourself before the apparition, and bring back the piece of the artifact.
Iswis us urfbendan ja atnam in puidangarja.
Interesting.
Afrageban.
Yeah, I'll mess with spirits either. Spirits are a very touchy subject, you know, like IMO. It's a dog eat dog world, you know, kill or be killed. And if something are waiting and kill every living thing that moves, I don't think humbling yourself before it is going to prevent it from killing you, you know, like, but then that's just me. And what do I know? Jamunga. Let's drop those for now. We can come back to deal with them later.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
I need to find out where that thing was that I came across. Combat proficiency? Yes, it was. Ball lightning. This is so weak though. Ugh. Fine. None of these aren't really good. But oh well. Can't really do nothing about that right now.
I've sent 3 separate expeditions into the Dark Temple. Not one has returned. I can't say for sure what's going on, but people who go in there, they don't come back.
I am Sith. You will address me as such, fool.
Then you are everything I could have hoped for. You can survive the Dark Temple. I beg you to do me, and more importantly, the Empire a favor. The expeditions I sent in were looking for specific data. I can spare the manpower, they were slaves mostly, but the data is essential.
What kind of data was it?
We were studying a recent increase in seismic activity in the area, including possible damage to the temple itself. The slaves from the expeditions were equipped with data pads to store the data they collected. Bring back those data pads. This information's vital to future construction on Drome and Kars. It's not glamorous, but will you help?
I wouldn't call it a challenge, but it seems straightforward.
Amazing. Fantastic. Your help is invaluable. I'll mark the location the expedition last signaled from on your map. It's the best I can do.
At last, the Dark Council has answered my petitions and sent a fine young Sith to help secure the temple.
I'm not here to secure the temple.
Of course, I've been ignored again. How stupid of me. If you're here, however, you must have the authority to enter the Dark Temple. You could still save this planet.
You have my complete, undivided attention.
The Dark Temple is ancient, built during a previous incarnation of our empire. 1,000 years ago, our own emperor buried his enemies here. These enemies remain powerful, even in death, which is why the temple was sealed. But now, something terrible has happened.
Some idiot went and woke them up.
With the Emperor's attention elsewhere, a group of ambitious but ignorant Sith thought to gain power by raiding the temple. They didn't find the relics they sought. Instead, they awoke an ancient Sith Lord, Lord Calig, and their expedition plunged into madness.
Are they still in there?
The ones who still live, yes. Because Lord Calig died by ambush, I believe he awakened unaware of his own death, and his expectations became reality for those around him. His power overwhelmed all inside the temple. And even now the workers plot wars against each other, believing themselves Sith Lords, and drawing terrible power from Calig himself.
Are there more dead Sith Lords in there?
Ah, you begin to see the crisis. There are still more ancient Sith Lords whose spirits lay dormant in the temple. If the ancient Sith Lords are woken by the violence within, they could overrun Drome and Kars.
Maybe I should leave.
Let's keep them napping.
I have studied all of the burial chambers within. Each was made with the same ancient design, one we can exploit. If you fuse the 500-kilogram hinges on each tomb door, even a violent assault should not be able to wake the ancients.
What exactly does this entail?
The team I sent in earlier was using a massive metal torch, effective but slow, I'm afraid. They did not make it far. The torch must be recovered, and the doors of the ancients sealed.
Work, work, more work. I suppose. But you'll get to feast once we're inside, not while we're out here. Fighting out here would just be a waste of time and energy. But mostly time. This place reeks of death. Well, it is essentially a burial place, so, you know, of course it reeks of death. Let's deal with this first. Now to wait on this thing to come back.
Hello, stranger. My internal chronometer tells me it has been exactly 963 years since this hologram was made. Have the Sith truly lived in fear of me for so long?
Why should the Sith fear you?
It is what the Sith do. Their passions, their fear especially, feed their power. A power that inspires yet more fear. Like so many before me, I challenged the Emperor and was buried in this temple. Fortunately, I had just enough time to make this, an interactive image that would transmit my secrets to whomever was bold enough to find my tomb and unlock it.
I unlocked your tomb, so start transmitting.
Patience, and everything will become clear. The way of the Sith lies in channeling the Force through the use of powerful emotions. Fear is the chief of these. The Sith feed on palpable dread.
What's the secret then?
It's a lie. Fear is a lie. Passion, a lie. Fear gives temporary power, and passion is easily manipulated. Real strength in the Force comes when one is no longer afraid. And one can purge fear when one stops grasping after power, after things, after life itself, and allows the Force to guide him. There is only the Force.
What do you mean, there's only the Force?
Just that. Everything there is, life and death alike, is wrapped up in the Force. What I learned only lives on through this image and its device. Yet I am one with the Force, eternal and at peace. Take them. Take my teachings to the Sith. They will find power there, but a different kind. Not of darkness, but light.
These heresies must be destroyed.
Then do so. Strike out against knowledge and see what comes of it. If you destroy these teachings, the light does not go out. Remember, fear is not the only way.
So it's relatively the same. Apart from the main story itself, apparently all of the other side quests so, that you do as another class, you can still do as this class. So for example, if you're a Sith Marauder, you can do the Sith Marauder story quests, yes, but then all of the other quests, both the planetary story arc missions, so for example on Drummond Cast, it is the, what you call them, Revenant. No matter your class, you can still do that mission. So even if I was playing as a smuggler then, for example, assuming smuggler is the other class for, or maybe smuggler is not, maybe smuggler is the Republic side. I don't remember which. Haven't played as it, so I wouldn't know.
Yes, yes. I have been waiting for you. I felt your movements in the Force, and they stirred me from my nightmare. I am still too weak to leave, but I knew if I made myself enough of a nuisance, you would eventually come. The Sith throw flesh endlessly at what they cannot control. And here you are, blood of my blood. Here you are.
Wait, what the fuck? blood of my blood. Wait a minute. Hold on. Are you trying to tell me that this guy is my ancestor? I mean, it would explain a lot of things, but uh, yeah, I know that number two is what I should say, but I'm curious, like blood of my blood.
What are you talking about?
You don't know me. Has our family fallen so far that the daughter of my daughters does not know the name of Calig, the name so long revered in the annals of the Sith?
You are my descendant. By how many generations, I do not know. But know this. Your strength in the Force has awakened me from my stupor.
I mean, we are pretty we are pretty OP, but this is nuts, but it's not that far-fetched, really and truly. It would also explain why our origin started as it did, where we were being forced into labor, but then they found out that we had the Force and they forced us to become a Sith. It would explain that because if they locked him up, you can assume that they would also lock up his entire family or drive them into extinction or stuff like that, you know? So our status would have fallen drastically and it would explain my current situation.
What do you mean, I awakened you?
When the weaklings of this planet trespassed my tomb, I rose, resuming my former life. This temple became my kingdom, and I was once more a Lord of the Sith. But when you first grasped the hilt of your lightsaber, I knew my hour had come and gone. That your strength, not mine, would return our family to glory.
You are from a Sith family. Like that's the most believable part of all of this. Because given what you have been able to accomplish so far, so fast, like you haven't even been taught to use a lightsaber. You just pick it up and use it. And shortly after picking it up, you killed 3 Sith. Then you moved to Drummond Cross and you killed a Darth. And so it's pretty easy to understand you're from a Sith family, you know, like it's in your blood. It would have even been more believable if they said your daughter or the Emperor himself, but we take what we can get.
I'm going to return our family to glory?
Our family was torn from greatness, crushed by the treachery of another, a man named Tulak Hord.
Places amins why he's fools. Gawendida seek from Tauhans.
Ha! Your master is dead, beast. You serve the child of Calig now. Flesh of my flesh, you should teach your servant to obey.
I like you. I like you. It's like, it's like, imagine a dead man telling you that your master is dead. Like, him a laugh after you. But that's not your call. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Kem is perfectly fine.
I defeated him once. I can control him.
Such confidence, such pride. In restoring our bloodline to glory, you must not make the same mistake. Treachery is the Sith's endless game. You must win it.
Don't worry about me.
Beware your master. Beware your apprentice.
Never be taken by surprise. Do these things, and you will be unstoppable. But you have not come to see me. You have come for the artifact I managed to wrest from Tulak Horde before he died. Take the artifact, but be careful. I know not what it does, only that betrayal follows it everywhere.
I like the sound of that. I fear nothing. That's the problem with all of my characters, is that they don't fear anything. So they're like the Jedi who don't fear anything, but in the Sith Empire. And that puts them in very precarious positions. So for example, Darth Baras, which was our master when we were playing as a Sith Marauder, and now Darth, what her name? I just talked to her. What, Jaisa? No, Jaisa is a girl. Thesa? I think Thesa is her name. Something like that. She is following the same footsteps of Darth Baras, as in them betray people, them scheme, them conniving, and them not trust nobody. So once them realize, hey, we are getting a bit too powerful, them knock us out before we can overthrow them, despite us showing no signs of wanting to overthrow them. Like, as far as we concerned, as long as you allow me to kill, I ain't got no beef with you. But,
I'll use caution.
I hunger for the day when our power will be restored. We will meet again.
I am sure. Grandfather. Great-grandfather. I look like I'm ball your belly. Oh, it's a holocron. That works too.
Apprentice, do you have the artifact yet?
That would be telling. Guess it's yours.
I have the artifact in hand.
Of course. Brilliant. Magnificent. Hurry back to Scotia's, my chambers. I cannot wait to see this artifact. And I have a surprise for you.
I'll see you in Scotia's chambers shortly.
Good. Good. Oh, I can't wait.
Us being his descendant, though, doesn't that put us in a very precarious position? Because the Sith Empire feared him, which is why them lock him away, then kill him, and they were so afraid of him that they couldn't just kill him and leave him there. They had to lock him away in the process. What do you think they're gonna do to me? Now we could search for the lost expedition. We could. It means pushing further towards leveling up, so that's never a bad thing, Like, of course, you can just skip this whole entire process by dumping money in the game, but that's not my cup of tea, You have to have money to do that kind of thing. And be really bored of going over the same exact story again and again and again. to really warrant that. But it is doable. Because if you go to, for example, let me see, Cartel Market and search data. Here it is, Masters, Datacron, and Equipment Bundle. 2000. It pumps your current character up to level 70 and gives you a bunch of equipment. So it's pretty nice, you know, it's pretty nice. It's a pretty swell deal depending on what you are expecting in terms of the amount of money it costs versus the amount of time it would take you to get there to level 70. It's actually fairly cheap, all things considered. Because the amount of time is worth far more than that. But, you know, But then there's also the thing for your companion. I don't remember its name. Actually, let me not do that. What else is important? Ah, right. There's another thing which would allow your character. I can't see unclaimed view ledger. No. We ain't gonna do that. Unfortunately, I already claimed it, so I can't find it now, and I don't want to view ledger, because that's going to take me out of the game. Alright, we'll have to skip that for now. In the meantime, categories should be unlocks 600, eh? Ah, this is what I was looking for. This is very good. This is very good. If you don't know what this does, it raises your companion's level to 50. Right now, my companion's level is 17 because my level is 17. It raises not their level, not that level, my influence level with them. So my mistake there. Let me see. I don't remember the button for that right now. The shortcut. But companions and contact N. My current influence level with him is 6. Now, if you're not aware of what this does, it makes them better. It does. 50 is the max. It makes them better in the sense that if you're sending them to do anything, they'll do it much faster. But in my experience, it also makes them stronger in terms of fighting ability. But others say it doesn't, and so it's really up in the wind, essentially, as to whether it does or not. As for species, we don't want to talk Tugrota, though that's one of the species I would get, of course. This is the one we're interested in. So in all, we need 2,600. Not bad.
Do you dare approach the great Nil Venerous Lord of the Sith, Master of the Undying Darkness? Answer me. What insolence brings you to this place, slave?
I will not tell you again. I am not a slave. I'm Sith.
What? You're not afraid of me? You aren't a mindless puppet like the rest of them? I don't understand.
I still have my senses, but someone here is out of his.
You're right. I was out of my senses. But not anymore. I was part of an expedition sent by the Empire to measure strange activity in the Dark Temple. But But soon after we entered, we all became different people. I became the mighty Lord Venerus, and the others became my obedient followers and servants.
You seem normal enough now.
Yes, for some reason, the madness no longer has its hold on me. Like whatever's causing this dream is losing its power. It's strange that you seem to be unaffected. In fact, it's strange to find you here at all. I thought the Imperials gave up sending people in here. What exactly are you doing here?
It seems you're me.
I was sent after your expedition.
So, the Imperials haven't given up on getting their precious data, after all. This is lucky. You see, ever since I came to my senses, I've been worried that my followers will begin to doubt my leadership. I can't lose my power. I can't go back to being a slave. But maybe we can help each other.
It wouldn't be hard for me to eliminate you and your followers.
Well, I guess that's true. Except I'm the only one who can make all the others turn in their data. All I ask is that you find the symbols of Lord Venerus's power. They were looted from his tomb by the people possessed by Venerus's enemies. The symbols will help me reinforce my followers' belief in me, lock them in their dream.
I'll make no guarantees.
Be careful. Venerus's old enemies will put up a good fight.
Not what we're after. Hmm. Am I going to have to kill every living thing in this place?
My network of spies reports that you crushed my enemies underfoot and found the symbols of power I requested.
We have a deal. I expect you to honor it.
I had not forgotten. I, too, have been very busy. Here is the data my servants collected before the temple transformed them. Let the Empire make of it what they will.
I hope your face never spoils my view again.
Actually, that reminds me. There's one last itty-bitty little thing you can do, you see. Power is useless without subjects. So, I'd be grateful, when you turn in the data, you'd encourage the Imperials to send more expeditions my way.
You might make it as a Sith.
I will consider this.
I can assure you, my gratitude, if you send more slaves to be my followers, will not be insubstantial.
So we'd need to kill 15 more. Fine, I suppose. Ten more, eh? Just a few more. Dark side grows stronger. Well, with you all out the way, we're in the temple. I think that's where we need to go.
You're back. I hope you sealed the chambers of the ancients, Keleth-Ur's chamber especially. I'm terrified to think what would happen if Keleth-Ur and his crazed ideas were to re-emerge.
His secrets have been destroyed forever.
Keleth-Ur's secrets have been contained along with the other ancients. You have done well.
Accuracy. Ah, her name is Zesh.
Anything more powerful than the Dark Temple? Any luck getting that data?
Here's your data, as promised.
Hey, you actually came through. Can't say I was expecting that. Can't say it's not a relief. Now we can finally stop sending expeditions in there, wasting all those slaves who should be building monuments to the Empire.
Actually, I think data like this calls for more expeditions.
Had a look at it, did you? Well, it's not really my call to make. But I'll forward your recommendation to my superiors.
I'm sure they'll see the wisdom of my suggestion.
I'm sure they will. Now, our business is done here. Goodbye then, and thanks for the data. Your service to the Empire will not be forgotten.
I'm not really interested in none of those, because they're not better.
Destination?
No longer say I'm gonna end this video, yet here we are. Yeah, her name isn't Thesa, her name is Zash. Something I completely forgot. No, I believe she's gonna be giving us our ship right about now.
Fantastic, apprentice. You're just in time for my surprise. Since you left for the Dark Temple, I've been reading and reading and reading. Scotia's chambers are a treasure trove of research. Who would have thought a man like that had such a curious intellect? It almost makes me regret that we had to kill him. But let me see this wonderful artifact you found.
It's right here. Have it.
Excellent. Magnificent. It all begins here, apprentice. But tell me, how did you manage to pacify the apparition?
Not sure, but he hates you. Ah, we were related. I had to do a Zini puzzle. Was that Zani? So do we want to lie or do we not? I don't know.
Apparently, he was my ancestor.
Remarkable. A slave's lost ancestor turns up in the Dark Temple, and I sense your incredible destiny doesn't stop there. I've been studying Tulak Horde's artifacts closely for some time, and one glance at this one you brought back confirms everything I've suspected. These artifacts will change everything, apprentice. You especially. They will make you more powerful than you could imagine. I have foreseen it.
Wait a minute. So why would you want it to empower me and not yourself? I'm confused by your motives. Like Barras used us to achieve his own goals, right? And I assume that's what she is doing. But why would you empower me per se? Like, are you that interested in dying?
What do the artifacts do exactly?
This artifact is one of 5 that together describe a peculiar ritual used by the great Tulak Horde when he conquered the Drummond system. Until I have all the artifacts, I cannot understand the full nature of the ritual, but I have foreseen that you alone will wield the ritual's power. The artifacts are scattered across the galaxy, some hidden by Tulak Horde himself, and some wrenched from his hands by betrayers. Documents and Scotia's effects point to Balmora and Nar Shaddaa, but I will need to do more research to locate the other 2.
What do I do to get there?
Ah, yes. That brings me to my surprise. If you're going to find these artifacts, you'll need a ship, and so I have ordered you one. All you need to do is pick it up.
It's interesting to see how drastically different your options are based on your character and what class you're playing.
Just show me where the fun is.
You'll find your ship at the spaceport. Then the galaxy is yours to explore. Don't forget to contact me when you reach each planet for more information on the artifacts' locations. Good luck and good hunting.
Ababarna habens, Glaubena, ni in usequai, usiterens apipao.
Saber staff. Saber staff. Critical. I have a feeling that she don't understand what he is saying, because there's no way she could understand what he is saying and not mention it. Like, I would be skeptical about that. You know, like, you hear this man disrespect you from the minute he come in. From the moment he met her, he has been nothing short of disrespectful. Yet she hasn't said anything, you know? So I'm like, I don't really know. That's a bit sus. But anyways, I'll see you all on Narshada. Possibly. Or actually no, I'm gonna see you in our hangar. We don't have a skill to learn. Interesting. So we need to level up yet again. So yeah, I'll see you once we have completed. Or rather, actually, you know what? I might just do the Darth Revan thing, storyline, in the next video. And so, if you want to see this story, like the main story, progression, you'll have to skip the next video, because the next video will be the story arc mission for this planet, because I really want to reach level 20 or higher before I leave this planet. Which means we need to activate initiation, drop those, and we'll head in.
Ready for departure. Destination? Enjoy your stay.
So I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.